Hello everyone, I am Prajwal Agarwal and today we will solve this problem, simple modification. This problem is rated as easy medium on CodeChef and you need the knowledge of prefix sums to solve this problem. So guys, if you haven't read the problem yet, go back and read it, try it out and then come back and see the solution. With this, let's begin. In this problem we are given a 2D array. So let's call this 2D array as A. It is of size n cross m. So let us consider an example. Assume that this is our 2D array. Now this 2D array is divided into cells of size 1 cross 1. So we have n cross m cells. In each cell we are given a number. Each number is represented, let's say, by a of ij. Now in this problem we have to perform u number of modifications. In each modification we will be given 2 points, r1 c1 and r2 c2 and another integer k. So now these 2 points r1 c1 and r2 c2 represents a submatrix whose first cell is given by r1 c1 and the bottom right cell is given by r2 c2. So we are given the top left and the bottom right cell and this is enough to define this submatrix. Now we have to add this number k to all the numbers present in this submatrix. So this is our modification. Now it is given that we will do all the modification first. So we will do u number of modifications. After we have completed all the modifications, we have to answer q queries. In each query, we are given 2 points, r1 c1 and r2 c2. Again, r1 c1 and r2 c2 represents a submatrix. Now the answer to the query is the sum of all the numbers present in this submatrix. We have to output these q queries into our answer. In the constraints, we are given n and m from 1 to 1000. U and q will range from 1 to 10 to the power 5 and k will range from minus 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 4. So now let us look at some test cases. In the first test case, we are given 3 cross 3 matrix 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 0, 4, minus 2 and 2. Now in the first update, we are given k is equal to 2 and the submatrix that we choose is from 0, 0 to 1, 1. So basically we will choose these 4 numbers and we will add 2 to these 4 numbers. After the first update, we get the matrix as this will become 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 0, 4, minus 2, 2. Again we will perform the second update. In this k is equal to minus 1 and the matrix is given as from 1, 0 to 2, comma 2. So 1, 0 is this number and 2, comma 2 is this. So we basically select this submatrix. We have to subtract 1 from all the numbers in this submatrix. So our final matrix will be 2, 2, minus 1, 3, minus 3, 1. Now we have 2 queries. In the first query we are given 0, 0 to 1, 0, 1. So 0, 0 is this, 0, 1 is this. So we will add these 2 numbers. The sum is equal to 7. In the second query we have 1, 1 to 2, 2. So this is 1, 1 and this is 2, 2. So we will add these 4 numbers. It will be minus 4 plus 3 which is equal to minus 1 as given in the output. So now let us look at the solution. In this problem we are given a matrix A of size n cross m. Each element of the matrix is given by A of I comma j. We have to perform u number of updates. In each update we are given r1 c1, r2 c2 and an integer k. r1 c1 and r2 c2 represents a submatrix. So we have to add the element k to all the numbers in this submatrix represented by r1 c1 and r2 c2. In the query we are given 2 points r1 c1 and r2 c2. We will have q number of queries. We have to print the sum of the submatrix represented by these 2 points. So now to solve this problem, let us first of all look at how to solve these 2 updates and query in 1D array. So let us look at this first. Suppose that our update is that we have to add an integer k in the range L to R and our query is we have to return the sum of the range L to R. So suppose that you are given this 1D array Now to perform the query, what we can do is we can simply take a prefix sum. So if this represents our prefix sum, prefix of I is equal to summation of j is equal to 0 to I a of j. So if we have this prefix m, then the answer to our query L to R can be answered in order 1, and this is equal to prefix sum of R minus prefix sum of L minus 1. Now to handle the updates, what we do is we create another array, let's call it B. If the initial array is A, let's call this array as B. Now suppose we want to update an integer k in the range L to R, then what we do is at the location L we will add k, and at the location R plus 1 we will subtract k. So if we take the prefix sum over this array B, then what will happen is this k will get added to all the location at L, L plus 1, L plus 2 till R, and from R plus 1 the contribution of this k will be nullified by this minus k. And in this problem we are given that all the updates are performed before all the queries. Hence what we can do is we can create this array B and we will perform all the updates on the array B. So let's say we add k1 over at L and we subtract k1 from R plus 1. Then in the next update, let's say we add k2 somewhere over here and we subtract minus k2 from R dash plus 1, and we perform the update, so on. Now to add the contribution of B into our original array A, we will first take prefix sum over B. So when we take prefix sum over B, we basically get the delta change to each element in the array A. Finally, we can write B is equal to B plus A. So there were some initial elements in the array A, so we write them into our array B. Now this array B basically is our prefix array. And query of L to R will be equal to B of R minus B of L minus 1. So in this way we can answer the update and the query in 1D array. Now let us convert this into our 2D array. So imagine that we are given a 2D array. Now let us answer the query first. So suppose we want to find the query R1 C1 and R2 C2. The answer to the query is the sum of all the elements in the range in this submatrix represented by these 2 points. So let's say this is our R2 C2 and somewhere over here we have R1 C1. Now on this 2D array we will take prefix sum. So how to take prefix sums on a 2D array? Prefix sum in a 2D array is taken as we first take prefix sum over all rows. This means that for all I from 0 to n minus 1, for all j from 0 to n minus 1, we basically write a of ij plus equals a of I j minus 1. So we basically take prefix sum row wise. Now after this we take prefix sum and we take this over all columns. So we iterate for all I, for all j, and this time a of ij plus equals a of I minus 1j. So now when we do this, what will happen is any cell I comma j, this cell represents the sum of submatrix represented by 0 comma 0 to the cell I comma j. So this R2 comma C2 will represent the sum of this submatrix, this whole submatrix. Now to answer the query R1 C1 and R2 C2, first of all we need the sum of this whole submatrix. So this is equal to A of R2 C2. Now we have extra contribution in this sum. So let us say that this is our R2, C2. This is our 0, 0. Look at this submatrix. Let us say that somewhere over here is our R1, C1. Now this point can be represented as row is R1 and column is C2. And similarly, this can be represented as the row is R2 and the column is C1. We want to count the contribution of this matrix. So first of all, we need to subtract the contribution of this sum. And this can be represented as minus A of R1, C2. Next, we need to subtract the contribution of this submatrix. And this can be written as minus A of R2, C1. However, the contribution of this submatrix from 0, 0 to R1, C1 has been subtracted twice. Hence, we will add A of R1, C1. So if we take the prefix sum over the matrix, in this way we can answer each query in order 1 time. So now we have handled the query successfully. Next is the updates. So imagine that we want to update this submatrix from R1, C1 to R2, C2. So now in 1D array, what we were doing is we used to add an element at this location and subtract at the other location. And similarly, we are going to do this in the 2D array. So we have the submatrix. This is represented as R1, C2 and this is represented as R1, R2, C1. So now we are taking the prefix sum row wise and then column wise. So suppose if we add an element over here at this location, so we write A of R1, C1 plus equals K. So when we take the prefix sum, the element K will get added from R1, C1 to R1, C1 plus 1, R1, C1 plus 2 and so on till R1, C2. This element K should not get added after all the elements after R1, C2. So we will subtract A of R1, C2 plus 1 minus equals K to nullify the contribution of this K in the further cells. Similarly, when we take the prefix sum column wise, this K will get added downwards. So we need to subtract A of R2 plus 1, C2 minus equals K. Now the thing to notice is that we have added minus K over here and minus K over here. When we will take the prefix sum column wise and row wise, this submatrix from R2, C2 to n-1 to m-1 will have 2 negative contributions of K and 1 positive contribution of K. So we need to nullify the 1 negative contribution of K also in this submatrix. So we will simply add A of R2 plus 1, C2 plus 1 plus equals K. And in this way we will perform the updates. Finally, to answer our queries, we will take prefix sum over A. And then we will use the above query method to answer our queries in order 1 time. So the time complexity of whole method is equal to order of n square. Because updates and query happen in order 1 time, and to take the prefix sum we need order of n square time. The space is equal to order of n square. So now let us look at the solution. So first of all, I have created a helper function which is called perform prefix sum. Given the error n and m, it will perform the prefix sum row wise and then column wise. So in the solve function, we will process all the inputs. I have created an array B to store all the updates. So we will input the points and then integer k for modification. We will perform the respective modification in the array B. Then we will take the prefix sum over B. Now we will propagate the changes from array B to array A by simply adding B of I, j to A of I, j. Next, to answer the queries, we take prefix sum over the array A. For the queries, we will initialize answer to the whole submatrix. We will subtract the unnecessary contribution and add the extra contribution. Then we will print the answer. We need to perform all these if conditions to ensure that the points remain inside the matrix. Finally, we will print the answer. So guys, this is pretty much the whole code. Try to code it yourself, and if you face an issue, then come back and see it again.